talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends. They can watch you go down. I got mine too. So welcome to my house. 'Cause these are my people. And this is my land. This is what we pray for. And this is God's plan. If you ain't from here, then you won't understand. This is my country. This is who I am. So welcome to my house. So welcome to my house. Stand up for mine. You better believe it, 'cause today won't be your day. I can guarantee it, you should turn and walk away and get to leaving. Oh, I'll let this 12 gauge do all my speaking. Don't push me on the edge, boy. 'Cause I'm aiming for your head, boy. And all I see is red, boy. I told you not to cross that line. I'm giving you a chance, boy. You see the devil in a glance, boy. So I can knock you out your plans, boy. I told you not to fuck with mine. Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy. Y'all's coming in, and now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends. They can watch you go down. I got mine too. So welcome to my house. 'Cause these are my people. And this is my land. And this is what we pray for. And this is God's plan. If you ain't from here, then you won't understand. This is my country. And this is who I am. So welcome to my house. So welcome to my house.
I got a baby girl inside this house, and right now she's sound asleep, so it's probably best for the both of us if you just turn around and leave. 'Cause if you come in this fucking house, then you too gonna go to sleep. I promise you, boy, don't play with me. I pray to God my soul to keep. Especially this day and age, gotta handle shit our own way. With a 30 horse 12 gauge behind this door, you're hella weight. My old lady, she rides too, picking up every shell case, mopping up these blood stains, but she ain't seen a damn thing. Most of my people are convicts, hard-headed, no nonsense, so please approach with caution. You never know who's watching, you never know what's on the other side of that front door, and you knocking, might step out like motherfuckers get the driving. All the neighbors heard was the dogs barking, the sun was down, it was getting dark, and I told the sheriff it ain't no problems, man, I was just taking out the garbage. So if you don't mind, please excuse me, I'm with the family trying to watch a movie. I'm sure you got better things to do, so I'll let you go and get back to do it.
Coming in, and now you're backing out. It's hard to
my fellow patriots that's out there tonight. Welcome to the channel. I don't know what you got or what you guys are watching the channel on, but we do have another channel that is launching for tomorrow. One that isn't shadow banned. And not tomorrow, Friday. I'm sitting up here counting the days of the week short here. So basically the new channel that you guys can see me on, and I'm going to be doing some channel art to that one, is going to be the Melanated Rebel. It's the new channel on YouTube. I need something that's not shadow banned. I mean, there's no reason that I had over 150,000 followers on TikTok with only 230 subscribers. You mean to tell me that these are the people that, I don't know, love my content but didn't show up to the party? I get rowdy on YouTube. I can't do that on TikTok. It's too many male Karens on there. I want to welcome you all to the broadcast tonight, broadcasting to you live from the historic and beautiful city of Charleston, South Carolina. I'm lagging just a little bit here, I think. I want to also, before I get started, I want to thank my good buddy, fellow patriot Melissa Foster and her husband John for everything that they do. She's helping me build the website behind the scenes so we could give you a decent, real news platform and not this old bullshit that's in mainstream, what I call lamestream media. Also, my merch will be rising as of next week. So I want you guys to actually take a look at the merch. And right now, I'm loving the turnout that I'm getting on the blog. The blog is actually, showing to be fruitful as well. Now, I know all of you guys that follow the channel do have a social media page that you can share the blog on. And if you have like-minded people on your social media page, unlike I have on mine, go ahead and share that, because there are other patriots that are waiting to hear the real word and get the real news, okay? So those blogs do have links on there where you can share them out there. And I'm going to be sending you guys something very special as soon as the merch launches for being at the ground floor of this company as we start up. I want to thank you guys for the donations that you've been giving me, the cash apps that you've been giving me as well. And the cash apps, I want to thank Melissa Foster. I want to thank John. I want to thank Brian. I want to thank Alina, Jonathan, Allison, a gal by the name of Money, David, Mark, Brian, Dax, and Anthony. You guys are awesome. Thanks for those cash apps that you've been giving me, and they helped me put together a better platform for the channel. And I want to take a moment now to look into my chat room here. We've got a lot of people that showed up from TikTok that I told I was going to be here. I can't get rowdy on TikTok like I do here. Unfortunately, TikTok is very, what's the word I'm looking for? Liberal? That's the word I'm looking for. Liberal. Well, you're not going to get liberalism here on the Melanated Rebel News Network. If you want somebody to wipe your ass for you and cut your food up into small pieces so you can better digest it, you're in the wrong channel. Tonight, just like any other night, I come to deliver the truth. You may not like the way I serve the truth, but that's just what I'm here to do. I love you too, Melissa. I love you too, Alina Prim. Rocket Man, Rocket Matrix, what's going on? J Monkey, what's good? What's good? What's good? Aaron Johnson, what's up? Skleck, Brent Wakeman, Weinken, what's going on? To my people over there on Twitch watching, what's going on? What's up, Mr. Troy Bellis, Skleck? Let's see, anybody? Awesome Bananas, what's going on up there in Connecticut? How you guys doing tonight? I'm doing great up here. What's up, French Gustave, the French Gustave. What's going on, Fahim Johnson? What's up, brother? From New York, New York. My name is Fahim Johnson, and I'm from New York, New York. Right. I met Fahim dealing with a fine melanated sister by the name of Angela Staunton King out of Atlanta. And, we met in her chat room, and I was like, we clicked, and I was like, dude, come check out my YouTube channel, man. Tell your friends to come check me out. The Ricky Manor broadcast is always on time. I always try to keep it real. But let's talk about something real quick before I get, carried away on things. And all of you who's just tuning in to this for the first time, if you want the truth that I can't give to you on YouTube, come here to see me at the MelanatedRebelNewsNetwork.com. Also, my merch line is going to be launching here within about a week and a half. I can't wait because I really want to send you guys something very special. All right? On me. And once again, the Melanated Rebel is going to be the new YouTube channel. You will see it because it's going to be lit up with all kind of bells, whistles, and graphics by the time Friday comes for Friday's broadcast. So all of you people that follow me on TikTok, be sure to let all the patriots know where to find me. It's a little bit easier to find, Melanated Rebel, the same way you can find me on TikTok. I kind of like taking pictures from my car on TikTok. I like doing those videos on TikTok from my vehicle. Just to give the haters something to hate on even more. Oh, shit. It's always fun doing that, Let's see here. J. Mikey says, I have to say we need to do something soon if politics isn't going to work. Right? Always the truth on this channel. Love it. Well, tell your friends about my channel. Put it out there. I'm actually going to be sending merch with how to get to the website. And the website, the cool thing about my website is if I get shut down on any social media platform, you'll still be able to find out where I'm going to be live if I don't broadcast live through the website itself. On the website, we don't give a fuck about people coming in there trying to report, because who they're going to report to if they get their feelings hurt? Who they going to report to? They're going to report to Melissa? Oh, Ricky, man, it hurt my feelings. Can you do something about this? Yeah, we're going to laugh at you. Have a tissue. Pussy. Have a tissue, pussy. That's what I can do for you. What's up, Jesse Foster? How you doing, my good man? And like always, if you want to be a part of the Melanated Rebel Army or the Patriot Army, text 843-732-2892 so you know where we're going live, when we're going live, how we're going live, and what we're going to be talking about when we go live. Also, I want you guys to tune into the MelanatedRebelNewsNetwork.com, the MelanatedRebelNewsNetwork.com, where you can actually get some discounts on the MyPillow. Mike, the MyPillow guy, will be giving his presentation on the MelanatedRebelNewsNetwork.com. So if you want a comfortable pillow and you want a good percentage off on a discount on those pillows, Mike the Pillow Guy will be having his discount code on the MelanatedRebelNewsNetwork.com. How's my car holding up? It's holding up great. It's a Chevrolet. It's a Camaro. Not just a Chevrolet, it's a Camaro. Tell me the truth, Melanated. What are we looking forward to in the upcoming year? We're about to talk about that. But first, let's get on tonight's subject. With no further ado, there is a campaign out. It's kind of annoying the fuck out of me. It's called Lifting the Voices of Black People, or lifting the voices of Black people. YouTube has a meme now, your own personal meme that says "Lift Black Voices." So here's my question I want to ask: when has the voices of Black people ever been silenced? It gets listened to every time a Democrat runs for office. Do you agree? Do you not agree? So now all of a sudden the Democrats are listening to you. They come to your neighborhood community centers. They come to your churches. They eat your fried chicken. They drink your Kool-Aid. They make you these empty promises. What's going to change now? Uplifting the voices of Black America, uplifting Black voices. What do they actually mean by uplifting Black voices? Because what Black voices are worthy of uplifting? Because for the longest, every time they want to talk about uplifting Black voices, I'm always hearing some old bullshit about slavery, some old bullshit about the Jim Crow days, some old bullshit about black victimhood, some old bullshit. And they got these young people. Like I was on TikTok earlier tonight looking at some of the duets on my older videos. And they got this young boy up in there talking about, you're too old to be talking like this. And I'm like, you little young fat motherfucker. How the fuck can you tell me, a 45-year-old fit man who knows how to take care of myself, take care of my finances, and take care of my own kids, what I'm too old to be thinking like? Until you can do all that, you little young bastard, don't tell me how I fucking should be thinking. You're too young to think you know every goddamn thing. First of all, let's talk about this whole fucking bullshit mascot that they want black people to be. Nobody need to feel sorry for me. I get tired of these fucking liberals thinking that I'm so down and out. Black voices have always been uplifted. Black people molded and shaped the negative stereotypes that the world has about melanated people now. Through rap music. You can't tell me that the black man didn't get a microphone and when he made rap music, some old white man in Hollywood says, hey, I want to say what I want to say here, but I really can't say it, but you know what I mean. Who signs those contracts? Says, hey, can you spit these lyrics? And then like the Minister Louis Farrakhan say, you make all this money calling your women bitches and hoes, and then when you get your award for damn discriminating against your own people, the first thing you do is want to thank Jesus. Black voices haven't been uplifted. Look at Hollywood. So which black voices are worthy of uplifting? Which black voices are worthy of hearing? Because we've been hearing black voices for the longest. Black voices, they silence the black voices that disagree with this narrative of being fucking oppressed. We disagree with it. So they want to silence us. We're the ones who have to look over our shoulder and monitor who's following us on sites like TikTok to see if it's not a troll that's coming in to mash report. Or what I would call a Negro net known. So what black voices are worthy of being lifted? Because I want my voice lifted too. If a melanated person declares their own freedom, they'd be ridiculed or silenced or told that their information is false. Now, to me, that's true gaslighting. Yes, I am a free man in America. Yes, I can do anything I want to do and be anybody who I want to be in America. Nothing's holding me back. The game is not rigged. And if it is rigged and where it's rigged at, I can get around that. To tell me anything different would be white racist gaslighting. I'm not going to preach to my people that they are some sort of victim or they had some kind of handicap or some sort of disadvantage just because they're melanated. It's like white liberals push for oppression and help with that oppression. They was trying to help us with some oppression. They try to push it on us. Not only do they try to push oppression on us, but they also want to push their help on us as well. I don't want any of it. But as soon as I reject that or anybody like me rejects that, then I get ridiculed. I get ridiculed. But if I was talking about oppression and victimhood and dumb shit and all that other crap that goes along with it, then they want to lift my voice up. So to me, that's slavery within itself. Now they want me to be an information slave. They don't want me to be on the farm anymore. They want me to be in the information field, being their slave. The oppression of shutting you up or subjecting you to ridicule of other melanated people when you decide that you don't want to fit their mold, that's slavery. There is no more of a blatant way than saying, nigga, stay in your place. Because that's where they want me, in my place. If I was to say that I'm all right, I don't need your help, now I'm being too uppity. If black voices were never lifted, we would never have the blues. We wouldn't have modern day rock and roll. We wouldn't have country music. We damn sure wouldn't have rap music. We wouldn't have trendy fashions and a lot of awesome contributions to what we call American culture today. Because there's no such thing as a set American culture. This is something that develops as it goes along. We make it up. We take it and we make it up. We invent something new and we say, hey, this is American culture. Rock and roll emerged in the 1950s. And we said, you know what? Rock and roll is American. Bang. We got this. And guess what? The uplifting of black voices is responsible for a lot of it. So don't tell me that black voices aren't uplifted. Oh, but you think that being able to call white people snow roaches and snow possums and crackers on the internet is an improvement in our situation? To you Negro net gnomes, I'm talking to you now. You think that by being able to go mass report white people on the internet and call them racist when they're not being racist and having their channels flagged or taken down, that's a symbol of power? That's bullshit. Oh, don't worry, Negro net gnomes. I got a whole goddamn blog coming out about you motherfuckers. Y'all pissed me off. I got a whole blog about you coming up on the MelanatedRebelNewsNetwork.com in the blog section. You guys got to check it out. Now, if you recall, there was a period in time that you guys had the power like you have now. In the early 70s, when they started showing black people on TV, a lot of people walked around with that same chip on their shoulder. They felt like they were somebody. Guess what? We saw that then too, where you saw white people openly being called cracker and honky and shit on television. George Jefferson, one of his signature words, he was calling people honkies. And black people was eating that up because they was like, nah, yeah, we sticking it to the white man. But that white man ain't done shit to you. Because that white man that you're competing for a job with, that's competing for the same job as you, probably lived as rough of a life as you did. Just because he was white doesn't mean he was given any privileges. But see, right now, you just guys, y'all Negro net trolls are laughing as decent white people are being silenced as cancel culture closes communication before they can attempt to even establish an open dialogue. This is that dumb shit that turns decent white people prejudiced, because there's a difference between being prejudiced and racist, but it also turned prejudiced white people into extreme racist. Because just imagine if it was you that was being silenced forcefully while they talked all kind of shit about you, accused you of being racist, accused you of being whatever, right? But you can't say anything about it because you don't even have a microphone to speak, and every time you do speak up about it, guess what? You get silenced. They deplatform you, So you ask me, what are we talking about? Uplifting black voices. We've been uplifting black voices for the longest, and the wrong motherfuckers have been getting uplifted. Notice how the black voices that they are uplifting are the same voices that they've uplifted before. The voices with the faces that they choose for you. The voices that they've groomed to be your voices. The voices that they pay handsomely to be your voice. But the people that will get killed are people like me. People that's just going to bring it rough, raw, and uncut. Dr. King was killed because he started doing that. Malcolm X was killed because he made his career doing that. Medgar Evers was killed because he made his career doing that. Don't give me some bubble lip, buttermilk biscuit crumb spitting, number 8 shaped, pear shaped fucking boule bootlick to be my voice. And you know what I'm talking about. I don't want that to be my voice. Because if you notice, any people that these white liberals put in front of you are not heroes. They're not brave. They can barely complete a sentence, but they choose them to be your voice because they are not a threat to their agenda. I want the voices to be uplifted that tells you that you're, that tells you that you're somebody and not just a victim. But see, the voices that they tell you, that they put in front of you, the voices they want to represent you, are the voices that tell you that you're a victim in America and that white people are your enemy. The voices they want to put in front of you are the voices that aren't even grammatically articulate. Voices that want to use you because of your skin tone and as the mascot of the ball game and their economic power grab. And best believe that's what they're playing, because there's no such thing as Republican or Democrat. It's Republican and Democrat against you. Remember, they uplifted Black Voices last summer through the corporate America and white guilt, raised over $5 billion, and they gave you a get. Sorry, a lot of you want to believe that you live in a racist society, but you don't know shit about racism. My grandfather, who was a World War II veteran, was treated worse than German prisoners. And he was the one who helped them capture those prisoners. While the white troops were in the dining cart drinking liquor together and eating together, my grandfather and the rest of the black troops were in a fucking cold-ass cooler cart, freezing their asses off because they wasn't good enough to sit with the white troops. That's racism. That's living in a racist society. My uncle, who grew up in Greenville, South Carolina, would tell me stories when he was a child about finding random bodies being hung in the trees while they went out there to play in the woods. And some of them so burnt up that they weren't unidentifiable. Stories of where fathers left home just to go down the street to get a pack of cigarettes. That's where the whole story of cigarettes come from. And never returned, but it could have been one of those bodies that was hanging in those trees, but the family didn't want to believe this. That's racism. When has this ever happened in our modern day society on that scale? When has it happened to that? You talk about living in a racist society, motherfucker. You're not getting lynched for, fucking a woman outside of your race. You're not getting lynched for openly dating. Right now, you can openly date a white woman. You couldn't even do that when I was in high school. And that's going to show you how old I am. I was born in 1975, graduated high school in 1994. You couldn't do that. And if you did do it, if you were brave enough to date a white woman, people were staring at you. Yeah, that's how it was back then. But guess what? The world has changed for the better. Why? Because there are decent white people in the ranks of white people. And the race in its entirety should not be punished for the sins of a sorry few. Just like the melanated community cannot be held accountable in its entirety for the game bangers, the Johnny Bastard seeds, the weed wearing wicked witches, the knockout game playing pussies, and the Negro net gnomes. And I'm going to be talking about the Negro net gnomes on my next blog. Be sure to tune in, comment, and subscribe, and share on that one. Because I'm going to be doing a whole blog on them motherfuckers because they pissed me off. And let me go to my next topic. Before I go, let me, check on my chat room real quick. They're opening the files from the NYPD regarding the assassination of Malcolm X. You won't hear me speak on that too much, and the reason why, I'm just gonna say it like this. I'm scared as fuck of Farrakhan, so I'm not gonna just go. I'm just gonna let the New York Police Department do their job and leave that up to somebody who got bigger balls than I do. For every mountain there's a higher mountain. The higher mountain to me is that old Minister Louis Farrakhan. I ain't fucking with him. No. You can't pay me enough. I seen what he does. Now, let's talk about diversity training. What does diversity equals? Diversity equals less white. If we're talking about uplifting black voices, which voices are we uplifting? The ones that like diversity. Yeah, you don't believe me? I'm about to prove it. I'm about to prove it. This is what came from the Coca-Cola training on diversity. Confronting racism, understanding what it means to be white, challenging what it means to be racist. Y'all seeing this dumb shit, right? Understanding what it means to be white as if white people are a monolith and they have one class. Confronting racism. I wonder if that, training program provides a way for white people to react to when they're confronted with racism from black people like they're doing nowadays. White racism is just like black racism. I don't care how you feel about me personally, just as long as you leave me the fuck alone. Don't fuck with my loved ones, you'll be alright. I don't care how somebody feels about me personally. I say people have a right to be racist if they want to be. Just leave me alone, and we're fine. So, to be less white is to be less oppressive, because, white people oppress other people. To be less arrogant, well, I'm an arrogant motherfucker, so I guess I must be white. Be less certain. Be less defensive. Be less ignorant. Nah, I think they're talking to black folk on this one. Be more humble. They're talking to black folk on that one. Listen. Shit, they really talking to black people on that one, because, hell, they listen like a fucking weed-wearing wicked witch when she's told that she ain't getting her fucking welfare check. Break with apathy. Yep, they're really talking to black people on this one. Break with white solidarity. And yes, they are talking to black people on that one. They say in the U.S. and Western nations, white people are socialized to feel that they are inherently superior because they are white. Research shows that by age 3 to 4, children understand it is better to be white. So that's why you got so many white kids in school right now wearing their hat backwards and take it as a compliment if you call them a nigger. Am I right or am I right on that one? Is this why, okay, Western nations, so I would say Europe is a Western nation. I've been to Germany, I've been to France, I've been to Russia, I've been to Switzerland, I've been to England, I've been to old Yugoslavia. And guess what? I fucked like a porn star in those places. The women in Germany, my first orgy I had was in Germany. My second one was in France. Watching the fucking 24 Hours of Le Mans. 2 rich women whose father owned a vineyard in France. They were cousins. I fucked both of them at the same time. And if anybody is in this room that is melanated knows what I'm talking about, if you go into overseas, if you go into Europe, you're going to get laid. That's going to happen. So what are this bullshit they talking about white superiority in these countries? When I was in Russia, there was a woman who stepped off the train in St. Petersburg Square. It says, "You're the first black man I've ever seen in my life, and I think it's such a beautiful thing." That were her words. Now, my translator translated that back to me. So you tell me, really, this is all bullshit. This is that bullshit for people who never left the United States. This is the one reason I think that black kids should join the military. Just so they can get the fuck out of the United States and out of all of this liberal indoctrination. Try to be less white. No, white people, you be white. I love your culture. I know you love mine. I love your whiteness. I know you love my melanated person. Be who you are. Because God made everybody beautiful. And what the fuck are, and that's another thing. Why are people drinking Coca-Cola anyway? You shouldn't even drink that bullshit no how. I mean, fuck. If I had a battery that was corroding, all I gotta do is pour some Coca-Cola on that battery corrosion and it eats it right up. Imagine what that bullshit does to your fucking stomach. No, don't feel guilty because you're white. That's like me assuming that every white man has money because Donald Trump is rich, because Warren Buffett is rich, because Bill Gates is rich, because Elon Musk is rich. Well, if we know that's the case, that not all white people are rich, then why are we holding all white people accountable for just the sins of a few? Now, a lot of you say, well, we just want to be ended with racism. Well, here's the thing with racism. There's never a law that can ever be made to make somebody like you. Nobody should be concerned if anybody likes them, and that's the problem with a lot of you. You're worried if somebody likes you, like we're in high school, and a person has a right to feel the way they want to feel. A lot of you, you just want somebody to like you. And I'm not justifying racism. We know it exists. It's a real fucked up mindset, but as long as it's not a dangerous racism, then let it be. If a white man decides to say, hey, I don't like black people, don't aggravate them. Unless you want to have an open dialogue with them instead of ridiculing them, leave them alone. I don't want to agitate anybody. I mean, shit, that'll make the situation worse. And I'm not going to assume that just because somebody is white and they're having a bad day that they're a racist, or because somebody is white and that they're a total dick, that I'm not going to assume that racism comes with it. I mean, you got people that are just assholes in all races. And it seems that this is the problem more than anything. It's not that someone's racist or racism. Because racism would be to deny equal opportunity in the workplace, which you're not denied equal opportunity in the workplace. A lot of you are not denied equal opportunity financially. And it's the fact that people are too feminized in their way of thinking because they want people to like them. In layman's terms, some of you duppies aren't concerned about white racism. You're just worried about white acceptance. You got the money like a white man. You got the opportunity to get money like a white man. You got the opportunity to get a job like the white man. You can even score you a beautiful white woman like a white man. But the only thing you want at the end of the day, I'm assuming, is the acceptance of the white man. Now, okay, I want you to ask yourself this real quick. We're going to talk about my flag, right? Confederate battle flag. A lot of them say, hey, you're just a token. I've gotten that comment in my comment section before, and I'm sure that a lot of you are going to leave that nasty remark in my comment section again. And you'll say that I'm a token to white people. Now, do you think, honestly, in your heart of hearts, and in your best of brains, whatever is that's not dead from, eating the lead paint in the ghettos, do you think that the Ku Klux Klan would have me? They would. They'd have me hanging from a tree. Do you think the Aryan Nation would have me? They would. They'd have me as a target. So you know that there's a difference between Aryans, Klansmen, and just regular old white folk, or at least I hope you do. But in fact, I know you do. Because there's no way that a racist white man or racist white people would keep company with me, let alone donate to me. Now, a lot of y'all dumb motherfuckers say that I'm doing this for donations from white people. Think again. My first donations that I've ever received doing this came from the Manosphere and melanated people that were with the SYSBM movement, Save Yourself Black Man movement, because they loved the way that I told them and just drawn out shit to them and gave them ways that they could get around the laws when dealing with these fucking weed-wearing wicked witches. But see, the problem is with a lot of you duppies, it isn't about white people loving me or accepting me. Your problem is the fact that you want them to love and accept you. Where I see white Americans as my equal, you still see them as your God or a father, with me being their favorite child. That's why every time you want to make a comparison to my relationship with white people, you want to say that I'm their boy, their slave, their Chicken George, their Uncle Tom or whatever, right? Because you don't see yourself as anything other than their inferior. You need to work that out with yourself. And if you want to, I do give one-on-one classes on how to make yourself feel better about being who you are and accepting yourself, embracing yourself, and lifting yourself. I do give one-on-one courses on that. And they are completely free. Yes, I said it. They're free. I will help you with your self-esteem issues. That's what I do. Because we're not going to get anything accomplished trying to outshine anyone. Uplift Black Voices? Let's do that. Let's uplift the voices of reason, not the voices of sympathy, despair, and miseducation. Let's uplift the voices that will talk about the root of the disparity within the black community and not just to blame it on the white people for racism and their social rejection. Let's uplift the black voices that encourages our kids to be winners and not victims of circumstance. Let's uplift the voices that are all about results and not just promises of change. Let's uplift the voices that demand immediate change and not the ones that just talk about it over the dead bodies of a victim of a racially charged crime. Let's uplift the voices that tells us that we can be equal and work out our own issues between melanated people and white people, not with white liberal help, but without white liberal interference. And I will say that again. We can work out our problems between melanated people and white people, not with white liberal help, but without white liberal interference. Tell me I'm lying. Challenge me on that. This is where you guys can find my words. This is where you'll be able to find my video archives. There is no such thing as inequality in America unless you are the American Indian. Why aren't we lifting their voices? They're the ones that are forced to live on reservations in shitty conditions. Here on American soil, they live in third world conditions. That's the wheel that needs the oil that's not squeaking loud enough because the population isn't considered large enough to be a voting bloc. I don't want to hear bullshit about oppression. Uplift the black voices. It offends me when I drive down the interstate and I see the sign up that says, lift black voices. Celebrate diversity. Lift black voices. You got a fucking quote unquote black vice president. Your party won, so you say. Stolen, but you won, right? So what are we bitching about now in America? What are we bitching about? If you think you got it so rough in the ghetto where the government looks out for you, go to the Indian reservation where the government don't do shit for them. Then get back at me. This whole thing is sickening. This whole thing is sickening. Am I the only one who see this? But these dumb motherfuckers are like, we're celebrating Juneteenth. You wasn't even thinking about a Juneteenth in 2019, but 2020, you want to celebrate Juneteenth. What the fuck did the goddamn Juneteenth do? You didn't know a goddamn thing about no Juneteenth, and now everybody want to like have barbecues and shit. Okay, then tell Biden, since he can't give you a cut of that $5 billion, to sign Juneteenth into a holiday. And guess what? I'll celebrate it with you. I want to put this racism behind us, but I see it as nothing more than a division factor. The left is using it as a division factor like they always have done. Y'all dumb motherfuckers will see George Floyd dying on TV and be like, you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Look at that. That's racism. No. No. That whole George Floyd thing was a hoax. It was a hoax. George Floyd, well, we went over that on one of my other channels. But I'll play that video for you sometime again. As a matter of fact, I'll upload that video to the blog. Trust and believe that poor white people are going through the same shit that poor black people are going through. They are. I didn't even know that there was a hip hop culture in the trailer parks before 2000. Yeah, they got what they call juggalos or something like that over there. They listen to this rap group called ICP, and they're still prevalent in the trailer parks and shit. Like places where they cook meth. You'll know because you'll see the fucking Insane Clown Posse sticker on the back of somebody's damn hatchback. You'll see somebody dressing up like these motherfuckers, man. I didn't know that there was a hip-hop culture in the trailer parks. But everything that goes on in those trailer parks, they go on in the hood. And everything that goes on in the hood goes on in those trailer parks. Those white people in the trailer park are living as fucked up as you are. They have the same problems. They deal with baby mamas and they deal with all kind of other dumb shit. Just like you do. The only thing is, it's just a different color of skin. But they want you guys to be thinking that it's all about you being a fucking oppressed because your skin is dark. You think that's what it's all about? She's like, what? Not a juggalo? Yeah, ICP, they're from Detroit. Hey, I listen to them. Yeah, you listen to them. You probably had a really fucked up childhood. Or you hung around people that had a fucked up childhood if you didn't have one by yourself. Because I listened to fucking ICP before. I listened to the lyrics, man. Look, back in the day when I sold weed in the 90s, man, or the early 2000s, some of my best clientele was in the trailer park, right? And they sit down and be like, hey, man, you want to, like, you know what I'm saying, hit this bowl and listen to some ICP? And I'm like, yeah. And some of the shit that I heard them talking about, I'm just like, this is some fucking psychotic, crazy bullshit. How can you get high and listen to this shit? This shit's killing my fucking buzz. Yeah, they're into pro wrestling. As a matter of fact, there was a videotape I watched to one of my clients back in the day. And and it was called what was it? It was Shockumentary, and it was about, wrestling. Japanese wrestling, and they were sitting there like commentating on a Japanese wrestling match. And just the language on there, I'm sitting here like they're just making up cuss words to put on top of other cuss words. I'm guilty of being in a fucked up neighborhood as a young adult, right? So you know what I'm talking about. The hip hop culture was in the trailer parks too. Now ask any other melanated person nowadays, what the fuck is ICP? My cousin even asked me one time. She goes, yeah. My cousin is a head nurse at the hospital, right? And she was like, yeah, one of my nurses wanted to get off work early tonight so she could go see ICP. Now, she knows that me being a punk rocker, that I'm into a more diverse music than the average melanated person is. She was like, I know you heard of them. I was like, yeah. And I said, whoever your fucking nurse is that's trying to get off, I'm going to take a wild guess. She probably got, body piercings and abnormal places, probably got some body art that's questionable, probably got different color hair dye in her hair. And she was like, how the fuck did you know that? I was like, because that's the ICP fan base. And I bet you that, in y'all break room, that there's Faygo root beer in a cooler or some kind of Faygo soda. And And she guards that Fago with her life. How did you know that? Because that's what those fucking motherfuckers do. Those damn ICP fans, those juggalos or whatever. She was like, how do you know about them? Do you go? I don't listen to that shit. I had to sit through a fucking album one night, The Great Maliko or some dumb shit, and I'm sitting there like, by the time I was done with that album, cause listen, if you listening to music that kills your buzz. Because this music was killing my buzz. They were talking about chopping motherfuckers up with machetes and all this other dumb shit. I'm like, damn. Really? This is what you guys listen to over here? Yeah, man, you ought to come see them with us one night. So there's a place in Spartanburg called Ground Zero. My dumb ass went. I'm the only melanated man up in that motherfucker. You can spot me. Everybody's got this fucking makeup on, this crazy. But let me tell you something though. You will get laid at an ICP concert. You will get laid at an ICP concert. Like seriously, you will get laid at an ICP concert. At least back in the day when I went, you would get laid. There's no question asked. If you don't get laid at an ICP concert, it's because you don't want to. One of those little juggalo girls are going to take you home, and she's going to fuck your brains out and tell you to get the hell out the next day. You're going to be trying to call her back, be like, hey, can we... No, that was just for the night. Yeah. Jesse said, no, you will get fucked. Yeah, you will get fucked. They'll fuck your brains out, man. Hey, look. I can only count on one hand, and my woman is in that number, of the women that I slept with in my life that made my toes curl. A juggalo girl was one of them. Yeah, I fucked me a juggalette, man. That woman could suck a bowling ball through a coffee straw. That heifer could suck a bowling ball through a coffee straw, man. I'm telling you. And the next day, I was like, hey, how's it going? She was like, I'm good. Why you calling? I'm like, I want to know if you wanted to hang out sometime. Hang out sometime? My boyfriend's back home now. What? Yeah. And then come to find out, later on, I'm kind of glad I didn't like hook up with this girl for the long haul. Because like the music she listens to, this bitch was crazy. I saw a damn truck get set on fire one night while I was, over there making a delivery. A truck got set on fire, and that was her crazy ass. This bitch done poured lighter fluid all over the truck and set the motherfucker on fire. True story. They say those crazy women know how to fuck. I'm beginning to believe it. By Ricky's description, I'm a juggalette. Oh, no. You're not crazy enough, Melissa, to be a juggalette. You're not that crazy. I don't think you'll set Jesse's truck on fire. I mean, damn. A lot of juggalos and juggalettes are mostly outcast, right? Yeah, Melissa, you're not an outcast, so, I'm crazy, but in all the right ways. Oh, okay. That's up for Jesse to answer then. But basically, only thing I was wanting to show and reveal that we are all the same. In America, if we exist in this society, we all get fucked equally. So, this is what I'm going to say. And this is going to be one of the first shirts that I lift as my merch. This is going to sound kind of hippie. But let's be real. So, I'm going to start a campaign You know what they say, lift black voices? I'm going to start Operation Love. And that equals lift our voices equally. That's going to be the first shirt that shows up on our merch. Operation Love. Lift our voices equally. We all have something to say. Let me give the diversity training here. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be giving diversity training. Y'all want to talk about diversity training? We're going to be giving diversity training. Because not all melanated people come from the hood. Not all melanated people know the struggle that you talk about. And I want the melanated people to understand what diversity is amongst their own race. Before they can even ask white people to understand diversity. Love. Lift our voices equally. I love you all. I gotta go. America, US. One love. Where we go one, we go all. With a heart of rainbow colors. Right. So love. Lift our voices equally. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be talking about that on diversity training, and I think we should do diversity training. Somebody help me pick a day where we all could get together and do diversity training. I want people to come, and I'm talking about people that would call me a Rocky Raccoon and sit down and have a conversation with me. I'm going to invite the people that don't like me to have these debates with. Love. Lift our voices equally. Yeah, man, I think that's the diversity training I want to have with Coca-Cola as well. Saturday. Okay. Saturday. It'd have to be early in the evening because, well, you know, this Saturday, let's do our love training at 6 p.m. Let's talk about love training. That's going to be the new thing. Love training. This bullshit pisses me off. It's an insult to me, and I cannot do anything about it. Silenced at my job for 22 years with diversity training. Right, Sklack? Diversity training. Let's talk about diversity training. Let me give the diversity training. Let me be the one that go in there and tell them, don't treat me special because I'm melanated. Lift our voices equally. Love. And that's going to be a part of our merch. If you want to get your love shirt, and everybody asks, well, what does love mean? Tell them to come to the Ricky Manor channel or the Melanated Rebel News Network for love training. We're going to teach you how to love yourself. We're going to teach you how to love one another, because what do we do when we love one another? We lift our voices equally. Tonight on the Melanated Rebel News Network, we start Operation Love. So whenever someone comes to you and say, lift black voices, say, I love you. Do you love me? If they say, yeah, well, let's lift our voices equally. Love. So we're going to show some love to the world. We're going to be genuine with it and authentic with it. We're not going to be like the left. We're going to steal their members of their ranks and bring them over to the members of ours, because we love each other. And that was my surprise, that I was going to wait till Saturday to give you guys. I was upset because I couldn't get my merch out this week. What's up, Techie Trish? I love you. Do I know you, Techie Trish? Are you the Trish that I think I know? Techie Trish, are you the Trish I think I know? So we're going to start showing love to the world. The world is so full of hate. And I'm going to be doing podcasts on Operation Love, and that's going to be free of charge. I'm going to be showing some love every day I broadcast. Wish I could listen in Saturday, but work has me out on the tarmac. You must work for the airline. Well, you know what? It's going to be, you can hit the repeat on the Melanated Rebel. What's up, Trish? If this is the same Trish I'm talking about, Trish is one of the most smartest, fucking the most intelligent, the most beautiful females that I know. Like, seriously. Trish is one of those kindred spirits that when you meet her, she's just like, damn. Like, you know what I'm saying? She's like the Oracle in the Matrix, but on steroids. I've learned a lot from Trish. So when you guys talk about, you know, I'm an intelligent man, no, Trish is a very intelligent woman. I learned a lot from her. She's one of those people that whenever you just talking to her, you can tell her anything. She's kind of like psychologist slash whatever, you know. Yes. But, man, the hour's getting late. I got to do some weightlifting tomorrow morning. Because summertime is coming. And I want to look good in my Camaro. I want to look good in my Camaro. Got myself some leather chaps yesterday. But it's about to be another day in paradise tomorrow. But as of tonight, Patriots, I got to get to bed. It's been a long day. And I want my Patriots to understand one thing. Where we go, one. Let's see, you look good in your Camaro yesterday. You saw me in the Camaro yesterday, Trish? Where did you see me in the Camaro? When I was up in Greenville? Am I speaking to the techie Trish? Wait. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, I was up in Greenville. I plan on being up that way sometime this weekend. We got to hang out for real. But I got to get out of here. I got to get me some sleep. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for coming by. I want to thank you guys for the donations. I also want to thank Melissa Foster for everything she does for me and her husband, Jess, everything that they do behind the scenes, getting this thing to a syndicated news network to where it needs to be so we can spread the truth out there. Remember, if you see anything on the blog that's share worthy, that little chain link down there, you can actually copy the link, share it on your social media page and get more people to reading. Let them know, because a lot of conservatives are very conservative. I got a foul mouth. I don't reserve shit, okay? So with that being said, remember, Patriots, where we go one, we go all. United we stand, divided we fall. God bless America. God bless you all. That's the text right there. And who the young lady that reached out today on the text, she's been bullied a lot over on TikTok. So she's with us now. Anybody fuck with her, they fuck with us. Where we go one, we go all. United we stand, divided we fall. I'm Ricky Manor of the Melanated Rebel News Network signing off. Good night. God bless.